Most people think emotional detachment means being cold, distant, or heartless. But Stoic philosophy teaches something completely different. Detachment is not about caring less. It's about not letting anything control you. When you learn to detach from outcomes, people, opinions, drama, chaos, and expectations, you become untouchable. You become centered. You become powerful. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the Stoic art of emotional detachment, what it truly means, how it works, and why it transforms your confidence, your clarity, and your entire life. This is not about running away from emotions. This is about becoming strong enough that emotions don't run you. Let's begin. 1. What emotional detachment actually means. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood. People imagine someone cold, robotic, emotionless, but the Stoic version of detachment is the opposite. Stoic detachment means you feel emotions, but emotions don't control your actions. It's choosing reason over impulse, calm over chaos, discipline over drama. You don't detach from life. You detach from the illusions that ruin life. The illusion that you can control everything. The illusion that people owe you anything. The illusion that your worth depends on others' approval. The illusion that outcomes define you. The illusion that emotions must be obeyed. Stoics believe the mind becomes powerful not by avoiding emotions, but by understanding them so deeply that they lose their ability to manipulate you. 2. Why people who can't detach always suffer. Most suffering comes from attachment. You expect someone to act a certain way. They don't. You break. You want a perfect outcome. Life takes a different path. You fall apart. You want people to appreciate you. They don't care. You collapse internally. This is attachment. Stoics said that pain is natural, but suffering is created by the mind. The moment you grip too tightly, to people, to outcomes, to emotions, you give them the power to hurt you. Attachment makes you fragile. Detachment makes you strong. 3. Detachment does not mean not caring. This is the biggest misconception. You can love people deeply and still be emotionally detached. You can chase goals passionately and still be detached from the outcome. You can care, but not cling. Detachment means, I give my best, but I'm not destroyed if things don't go my way. That mindset alone creates freedom. Or detach from people's behavior. One of the fastest ways to gain inner peace is simple. Stop expecting people to be who you want them to be. Accept who they are. Stoics said that people act from their own nature, their own experiences, their own conditioning. If someone lies, it's their nature. If someone leaves, it's their path. If someone betrays you, it's their choice, not your punishment. Detachment teaches, what they do is about them. How I respond is about me. You stop being reactive. You stop taking things personally. You stop thinking people's actions are a reflection of your worth. This is emotional freedom. 5. Detach from outcomes. This is one of the deepest Stoic teachings. Stoics believed, you control your efforts. You never control the results. People suffer because they attach their happiness to outcomes. If I get this job, I'll be happy. If this person stays, I'll be okay. If life goes exactly as planned, I'll be peaceful. The Stoic approach is different. Detach from the outcome. Attach to the process. Give your best. Show up with discipline. Act with character. Then let life decide the rest. Once you master this, disappointment loses its power over you.
6. Detach from negative emotions.
Stoic detachment is emotional discipline, not suppression, not denial, not avoidance. Discipline. You observe the emotion without letting it control you. You feel anger, but you don't become anger. You feel fear, but you don't act from fear. You feel sadness, but you don't drown in it. You feel hurt, but you don't let it define you. Stoics believed emotions are like storms. You can't stop them, but you can choose not to walk into them. Detachment gives you the space to feel without losing yourself. 7. Detach from overthinking. Your mind is constantly active. It creates scenarios, fears, assumptions, expectations, worries. Overthinking is emotional attachment. You cling to every thought, as if every thought is true. But Stoics practice something powerful. Cognitive detachment. It means observing your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. This is just a thought. It is not a fact. I am not my thoughts. This single shift reduces anxiety, stress, and emotional overwhelm. 8. Detach from external validation. Here is another Stoic rule. If you depend on others for happiness, you lose control of your life. People who need approval are always anxious. Do they like me? Did I say something wrong? What will people think? Am I good enough for them? Detachment means you stop making your happiness negotiable. You stop basing your worth on someone else's opinion. You become grounded in your own judgment, your own values, your own standards. This is how you gain unshakable confidence. 9. Detach from past wounds. You cannot control what happened to you, but you can control what it continues to do to you. Stoics said, you suffer more from memory than reality. Most people are slaves to their past. Old betrayals, old heartbreaks, old humiliations, old mistakes. Emotional detachment is healing. It means releasing the past, so it stops sabotaging your present. It means letting go of what you cannot change and focusing on what you can become. 10. Detach from the future. The future is illusion, a projection created by your fears or fantasies. Stoics believed that anxiety comes from trying to control something that hasn't even happened yet. Detachment teaches, focus on the present. It's the only place you have power. You stop trying to predict everything. You stop trying to guarantee everything. You stop trying to force life into your plan. Instead, you move with calm confidence, knowing you'll handle whatever comes. 11. Detach from drama and other people's opinions. Stoics refused to get pulled into drama. They understood that most chaos is a waste of time, a waste of energy, a trap for emotional weakness. When you detach from drama, you rise above the noise. You stop responding to unnecessary conflict. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't understand you. You stop giving energy to negativity. And suddenly, your life becomes peaceful. Drama only exists when you participate. 12. Detach from materialism. Modern life teaches us more money, more possessions, more status, more achievements equals happiness. Stoics taught the opposite. Happiness comes from character, not possessions. Emotional detachment from material things gives you freedom. Your happiness no longer depends on what you have. Your identity no longer depends on what you own. Your peace no longer depends on external success. You start valuing experiences over objects, growth over status, purpose over luxury. 13. How detachment makes you powerful. Here's the truth. You cannot control life, but you can always control your inner state. When you detach emotionally, you become harder to manipulate. You avoid unnecessary suffering. You make clearer decisions. You react less and observe more. You stop chasing people. You stop overthinking. You become centered and confident. You become peaceful and grounded. You become strong from the inside. People who cannot detach are always unstable. People who master detachment become unstoppable. This is why Stoic leaders, warriors, and philosophers were known for their calmness under pressure. Detachment gives you emotional armor. 14. Detachment and relationships. Detachment in relationships doesn't mean ignoring or neglecting. It means you don't beg, you don't chase, you don't cling, you don't force, you don't break yourself to keep someone, you don't depend on someone else for emotional survival. You love from strength, not desperation. You give without losing yourself. You support without sacrificing your sanity. If someone leaves, you let them go with grace. If someone stays, you love them without fear. This is mature love. This is healthy attachment. 15. Detachment from ego. A huge part of emotional suffering comes from ego. I must win. I must be right. People must admire me. I must never fail. Stoics practiced ego detachment. They let go of the need to be right, the need to impress, the need to win every argument, the need to appear perfect. When you detach from ego, you gain humility, clarity, and emotional resilience. Ego screams. Detachment whispers. Ego reacts. Detachment observes. Ego is fragile. Detachment is strong. 16. Practical daily Stoic detachment habits. Habit 1. Observe before reacting. Pause. Breathe. Listen to the emotion, but respond from calm. Habit 2. Say, I don't control that. Repeat this whenever you feel overwhelmed. Habit 3. Practice silent withdrawal. Not every battle deserves your energy. Habit 4. Reduce expectations. Expect less, appreciate more. Habit 5. Journal your emotions. Writing them down gives you control. Habit 6. Minimalism of the mind. Simplify your thoughts. Stop adding unnecessary stories. Habit 7. Daily reflection. Ask yourself, did I react or respond today? Consistency builds emotional mastery. 17. The ultimate benefit. You become untouchable. When you finally learn the art of detachment, no one can trigger you easily. No rejection can break you. No criticism can shake you. No betrayal can destroy you. No outcome can control your peace. No situation can steal your stability. This is what makes a Stoic powerful. Not because they don't feel, but because they choose what deserves their emotional energy. When the world becomes chaotic, you stay centered. When people act unpredictably, you remain steady. When life becomes uncertain, you stay calm.